Usually the spring is a really stressful time with tutoring, and I remember that spring I was under a lot of stress. When it started, I had some involuntary movements in my left hand, and I had like shoulder pain and kind of pain on my left side, but that's kind of how I carry my backpack. So at first I thought I just have, some muscle knots and stress. The tics in my arm got worse, so I would kind of like randomly throw out my arm. My left leg would randomly kick, and I started walking hunched over. I also noticed that my speech was a little bit different. It wasn't slurred or anything, but there were different inflections in my voice. My 40th birthday that was coming up at the end of May, and so I remember thinking, okay, maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe this is about turning 40. I remember on my birthday I was lying on the couch and I was trying to count to see how long I could hold still on the left side of my body, and I don't think I got past 3 or 4 seconds. When my mom showed up and I said I can't walk and I'm really tired and I feel really weird, she said, you should go to the doctor. But I said, it's my birthday. I'm not gonna go to the doctor on my birthday. So I decided it could wait a day because I'd already put up with these symptoms for a couple weeks.
I was really nervous and worried and upset and alarmed because it seemed to be picking up intensity.
Drove myself to the doctor and she said, I think you need to have an MRI right away. I thought the MRI was, probably just a precaution that of course they wanted to take, but I really didn't think there was anything wrong with me. I thought that I was just under stress. I didn't believe it. I thought, no, there's gotta be a mistake. Like this can't be right. They put this camera down my throat to see if there were any holes in my heart. They did an angiogram. They did blood tests on clotting factors, trying to figure out what caused it. All the tests came back normal. They couldn't find any reason why this would have happened.
I watched her walk down the hallway in the hospital 2 days after the stroke was diagnosed, and she was with her physical therapist, and watching from behind as she labored her way down the hall with her leg kicking out, and it was heartbreaking.
It was, difficult to kind of think about, well, what happens if she doesn't get better.
And I remember seeing people out jogging, and I started crying because I love jogging, and I remember thinking, what if I can't jog again? Felt really weird to be 40 years old and to be coping with the fact that all of a sudden I couldn't drive and I couldn't go for walks and I couldn't jog and I couldn't swim and I couldn't cook. I wanted my independence, and that was kind of taken from me.
Knowing that she's had a stroke and that she's at a high risk for stroke in the future, it puts a little extra fear into every sort of new thing that happens.
So I learned that if anything weird is going on with me, I need to take it seriously and get it checked out. I mean, looking back on it, I can't believe that I went at least, 3 weeks with all of these severe symptoms on the left side of my body. I was really fortunate in that there weren't any lasting physical effects from my stroke, but a lot of women aren't.
You're not alone, even in your darkest night. You're not alone, we'll make it through.